dream that began 14 years ago with the goal of creating an educational environment Would you please thank our lovely trio, Maria Provost on flute, Christina Sanchez on oboe, and Dr. George Sparks on clarinet. Dr. Sparks is the director of bands. Good evening. I would like to welcome you to the inaugural Convocation of Florida Atlantic University's Honors College. This evening, we're witnessing the realization of a dream that began 14 years ago with the goal of creating an educational environment that would make it attractive for the state's brightest and most accomplished students to remain in the state of Florida. It took many years to earn all the necessary approvals and to secure the funding from the state to reach the implementation phase of this dream. However, a key component was still missing. So in 1997, a national search was undertaken to identify a person who understood the dream and whose proven leadership and visionary understanding of honors education would take that dream to fruition. The administrator, educator, and scholar who was selected as the founding dean of Florida Atlantic University's Honors College earned his PhD in mathematics from the University of Illinois. He's been involved in honors education for the past 30 years and has served as secretary and treasurer, as well as president of the National Collegiate Honors Council. He's given numerous presentations throughout the United States on topics such as the development of honors programs, problem solving and critical thinking, institutional accreditation, and educational programs aimed at gifted students in the public schools. The dean comes to FAU from Boise State University in Idaho, where, under his direction, a fledgling honors program grew into a powerhouse 4-year university-wide honors program that now has more than 650 residential honors students and some 50 faculty members from 24 academic departments. Among his many distinguished accomplishments during his 27 years at Boise State was to have two students from the honors program under his direction selected as Rhodes Scholars. It is my privilege to introduce to you the founding dean of Florida Atlantic University's Honors College, Dr. William Meck.
An aspiring presidential candidate has said that success is waking up in the morning and not being able to tell the difference between what you have to do and what you want to do. I feel like a successful man. Warren Beatty. Can you hear me okay in the back? All right. Let's see if that's any better. Is that right? Okay. Well, part of the history you have heard now at least twice. This college has been the work of many, many individuals, including then State Senator Ken Jenney, who is now Sheriff of Broward County. I guess he viewed that as a promotion. It has involved Regent John Moyle, many, many throughout the university and administration and faculty and staff. We've had the pleasure of having the Honors College have literally, absolutely top priority in FAU's agenda, including funding. When I got here, I had a secretary, and during that first year we proceeded to hire 5 faculty members who immediately upon their arrival, before they'd really unpacked their household goods, were put into traces, developing the framework of the curriculum which you now have before you. There was a considerable amount of work subsequently, but they went right to work on that, drafted it so that those of you here had something to look at during the year while we were seeking the additional 11 faculty members, bringing the faculty with which we will open up to 16. We also added 17 staff. The Honors College faculty staff size is 33. It's a good size operation after the start we had in 1997. We are part of the community of Abacoa. Abacoa is a very unusual vision. It's a planned community, not a gated community. It was intended to be a human scale, new urbanism, mixed use, integrating greenway kind of walk where you could, work where you could, shop where you could, have the entertainment and recreation facilities, and quite unusually to have as part of its centerpiece, you see this on their advertising, you see this on the signage, to have the university campus and the Honors College right as its centerpiece. A community, Herman Melville said, is like a ship. Everyone ought to be prepared to take the helm. You're going to hear this kind of theme in the rest of my remarks. Part of the community are the faculty who have been out visiting the high schools, giving presentations at open houses, at civic groups. Part of the community now is you. You have experienced this during this past week, and I'm sure that you will experience it some more. As part of the sense of community, we're going to have the students come on down front here. What is it we have been trying to do here? Well, there's a story in the good book that goes something like this. A builder, a carpenter, was given the opportunity to build the very finest house he could, spare no expense. The story has it that he cut corners here and there, but that was unknown to his patron. And when he handed the house over to the builder as a token of goodwill, the builder then realized he could have had absolutely the very finest. What I'm hoping is that we as faculty, staff, and you as students do follow the opportunity to make this absolutely, unequivocally, the very finest college that we can possibly think of and implement. The faculty we brought in addition to being first-rate scholars, were brought in because they are committed to undergraduate teaching. That is the first and foremost criterion. They have many other skills as well, and you will encounter them during the term. Craftsmanship is not about efficiency, and in this context, teaching is a craft. What you will find here is that this group of Honors College faculty is dedicated to teaching you as individuals, teaching you carefully, teaching you to be critical thinkers, creative thinkers. It is not an efficient, but it is a very, very powerful way to approach your future. I'd like to tell you just a couple of comments about these faculty members as they came in. If you have any awareness of what tenure means to a faculty member, you might understand what it means when we had two of them come in giving up tenure and one gave up a rank. Several of them uprooted their families to come to this not yet constructed field, the field of dreams, if you will. Many of them severed ties of long standing. This is no small thing. You know what it's like to break away from your homes, your families, your friends, come to a place that before this year, very few of you and your friends had ever heard about. It's a pioneering spirit of a high order, and for those of you who are parts of the faculty families who have done this, I want to extend our thanks. They designed this curriculum pretty much from scratch. They did it very quickly, and yet I am so proud of the way this has gone. If you ever get the chance, and some of you will, to participate in departmental meetings, faculty meetings, you'll get a sense of how difficult it is to get a single department to come together and agree on anything. When you get faculty members from 5 different disciplines, quite dissimilar, put them in a room and ask them to deal with anything, but particularly to come up with a curriculum. You understand this, don't you? To get them to agree to the kind of program you see, I think that is something that is truly remarkable, and I'd encourage you students to give this group a hand. You students, many of you could have gone anywhere, literally. Some of you had offers to very expensive schools. I like to think that you chose to come here because of the quality of the faculty and the quality of the curriculum, not to mention the new residence halls, but I'm sure that for some of you it was the net cost. I have a colleague at Williams College. Some of you heard me say this before, but at Williams, their tuition, not room and board, their tuition is $33,000 a year. He said, you know, Bill, we can give a student a $90,000 scholarship for the 4 years, and it will still cost that student and family more to go to Williams than it would to go to your school with no additional financial help. Part of what we are doing here is responding to the state's hope to stem the brain drain. Many students leave Florida because they cannot find the kind of environment to challenge a small, intimate interaction that they wish, and they find it out of state. When they leave the state, fewer than 1 in 5 will return. This is of some concern, and it's what motivated some in the decision-making hierarchy to support this endeavor. So who are you? We have 79 of you here. 59 women, 41 men. Yeah. 11 of you are not Florida residents. 6 are not citizens. 6 international students. Do you mind just holding up your hand, you 6? Okay. You got 7. We got a new one? All right. Okay. Many of you have advanced placement credits through your AP programs or international baccalaureate programs. Some of the others of you are first generation in your family to attend a university. I think we're going to have an exciting blend in this diversity if the studies are to be believed, is going to strengthen each of your education. I know we're looking forward to it. What have you accomplished this week? Well, kayaking, teamwork. I've been eavesdropping on a few conversations. I try to do this so as to not make anybody feel self-conscious. I heard one group went to Jupiter Medical Center. There was no previous contact. It was not set up to welcome you on a red carpet, was it? You found that out. And what happened? You made it in, you got a thorough tour, including a fairly detailed tour of the morgue, as I understand it, right? And who did that? You did it on your own. Another group went to a neighborhood. Getting into a gated neighborhood around here is not an easy task. What was the neighborhood you got into?
Admiral's Cove.
Admiral's Cove. Fairly upscale neighborhood, and you took pictures of a house that most people don't get to see. We promised not to publish those. Celine Dion, right? Another group went out to look at the art and history. What was it? The art was boring, and the history wasn't all that much there, right? Where's Sean Carey? There he is. You said something like, that means there hasn't been much here. We can be a major part of this area's history. Is that close? That's part of this whole dream for the college and dream for Abacoa community, and a good start. Another group, maybe it was the medical care group, went to a nursing home. Some of you were moved by that and found opportunities for public service or internships. One of several. We'll be capturing some other ideas from you in the near future, thinking ahead to what we will be expecting you to participate in. Throughout all of this, I saw a few demonstrations, stress, and even a few tears. But the really nice part of this was that several of you, as students and several families commented, that this is like a big family. And I was truly moved by that because it came so soon. You know, we do want to strive to make you think critically, creatively, take initiative, become leaders. You are not going to be easy to manage. In this vein, I have a few people I like to refer to. I have a colleague named Fred Scher with NASA, and he was citing Richard P. Feynman in a story, something called Cargo Cult Science. It's set in the South Pacific. Feynman is saying, if you don't know Richard P. Feynman, Nobel laureate in physics, among other things, drummer par excellence, outrageous individual, but he says, I'm the easiest person for me to fool. You're the easiest person for you to fool. We need to keep each other honest. Anybody read Douglas Adams? Okay. There is in one of his books something called the electronic monk. You know, we invent electronic gadgets to help us vacuum the floor. We have electronic gadgets to do the dishes. We have electronic gadgets to play music for us. So they invented an electronic gadget to believe things for us. It was an electronic monk. Something went wrong, and what happened to that poor soul, or electronic monk, was that it believed absolutely everything, even simultaneously contradictory things. One of our expectations is to prevent you from becoming an electronic monk. We want to establish in each of you a kind of BS detector. If you do nothing else, you've got to have that. What do we hope for you? We want you to read voraciously or promiscuously, as I heard another person say, every sort of thing. Gather information from all sorts of sources, put it together, weigh it, analyze it, make it yours so that you can marshal it in a cogent, persuasive argument to your roommate, your family, the town council, maybe someone in Congress. These are the skills that leaders do need to have. As you gather this information and as you learn from the different disciplines, we do want you to become not only good problem solvers, but good problem posers. Charles Kettering, after whom the Kettering Foundation was named, he invented, among other things, the electric starter for automobiles. He said the only difference between a problem and a solution is that people understand the solution. We are expecting you to synthesize all of these skills, be able to write a substantial piece, and this will be a capstone project which will be your senior honors thesis. Along the way, several of you will, as you gather information, perhaps change your direction. Fortunately, none of you will change your major here. Why? We don't have majors, right? But you will change direction. George Bernard Shaw says, those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. So what's in our future? By 2003, we expect 75, at least, baccalaureate degree holders ready to move on to law school, medical school, professional school, public sector. And shortly after that, within 10 years, that number will have swelled to 1,000. By then, this institution that you are beginning will have fulfilled the kind of role that many of those who have worked hard to launch it had envisioned. What is this convocation? Dan White back there, among others, would say it's convocare, right? It's the calling together. Not very many places do this. It's kind of old-fashioned and hokey in some respects. But if you'll indulge us, we'll do it this once anyway. We're capturing this on video for you. We really are calling this group together to close off the orientation week, some of which I hope was fun and enjoyable for you. And you're getting on to the serious business of what the learning is about. I want to compliment you on what a transformation you have undertaken this evening. I've seen you all week long, and it's a really fine-looking group. You are the first class in this honors college, the first in the nation to be built from the ground up in a public institution. A Zen teacher says, in the beginning, in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's, few. To mark this beginning and to conclude this evening's ceremony, we are going to ask each of you students to come forward by here, going to say your name and what high school you came from, and we're going to have you sign the official book. Then we will have the faculty members come down and do something analogous to that, give their name, institution, where they're from, in their area. Goethe said, whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Well, this concludes the ceremony and begins officially the Honors College. Thank you. So with that, we need someone from the student group to lead off. Come by here, say your name, and sign in, please.
Mike Castillo, Palm Beach Gardens High School. Noel Culhane, Palm Beach Community College.
Sean Carey, Forest Hill High School.
Justin Pacific, Mainland Regional.
Adam Iglesias, Palm Beach Gardens High School.
Beverly Moss, Palm Beach Community College.
Brandon O'Hara, Lakewood High School.
Dana Michio, Atlantic High School. Jennifer Geiser, Santa Lucia's High School. Tiffany Robinson, Atlantic High School.
Patty Fletcher, Santa Lucia's High School.
Katie Whitaker, Jupiter High School.
James Crawley, Spanish River High School.
Jim Foley, Immaculata High School.
Joseph Colucci, Immaculata High School.
Tamika Dama, Fort Meade High School.
Aina Canache, William T. Dwyer High School.
Steve Nicole, South Broward High School.
Francine Salamoni, South Broward High School. Where is she?
Carla Solomoni, South Broward High School.
Danny Manger, Astronaut High School.
Sarah Turk, University of Central Florida.
Jay, Palm Harbor University High School.
Jay Gregory, Palm Beach Community College.
Kevin Bush, New College of USM.
Seth Finberg, Broward Community College and Nova High School.
David Capranis, Spanish River High School.
Rob Mullins, Oak Hall High School.
Jessica Stinson, Oak Hall High School. Stephanie Page, Southwark High School.
Morgan DeFranco, Suncoast Community High School.
Melissa Carlin, Deerfield Beach High School.
Jonathan Chung, Ely High School.
Melanie Durgan, Jupiter High School.
I almost forgot my name. I'll take you there. We had narcotics cops on the roof of our school. Yeah, we had like cops with dogs and stuff like in the lockers over there. Oh, sorry.
Sarah York, Southeast Senior High.
Tiffany Rogers, Atlanta Hurricane High School.
Brandy Shock, South Fork High School. Katie Taylor, William R. Boone High School.
Juliet Taylor, Miami-Dade Community College.
Taylor Calabrese, Jupiter High School.
Jared Brewer, William T. Dwyer High School.
Maureen Lalonde, Lake Worth High School.
Luke Kane, Western High School.
Tiffany Berry, Johnny Leonard Community High School.
Ben Keogh, Palm Beach Gardens High School.
Maria Gustavo, Santa Lucia's High School.
Denise Veros, Palm Beach Lakes High School.
Matthew Shannon, Plum Hills High School.
Michael Howland, Leon High School.
Autumn Widows, Hillsborough High School.
Christina Paul, Cooper City High School.
Allison Louise, Planet City High School.
Sarah Callender, South Fork High School. Sorry.
Sandra Silver, Western High School.
Susan Dieter, Durant High School.
Lisa York, Schoolyards.
Lacey Maria Arcibia, Lake Worth High School.
Martha Stade, Evangelical Christian School.
Lindsay Wheeler, Fort Myers High School.
Raymond Das, Western High School.
Good evening, my name is Tamika Bonham. I'm an early admission student from Stranahan High School.
Hi, Alexis Kamara, Riverview High School. Shani Abuja, South Broward High School.
Come on, Katie.
Katie King, Theodore Roosevelt High School.
Mark Eric Pensati, St. Lucia's High School.
Chris Rossi, Parabella High School.
Stephen Shell, University of the South.
Done. What is it? Civil War shit. Building the set of a Civil War barrier. I know.
I'm trying to get a year.
Zimbabwe.
There we have our students. Next generation.
I'm Mark Tunick. I was born in Miami, Florida, and I got my PhD at UC Berkeley and was teaching at Stanford before coming back to Florida.
I'm Melissa Sprinkle, and I got my PhD in English at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville. I'm a native Kentuckian, but I've come down to Florida. I'm closer to my family, and I'm loving it so far.
I'm Marianne Gosser Esquili. I'm from Puerto Rico. I have my PhDs from Yale University in comparative literature, and last year I was teaching at the University of the West Indies in Jamaica.
I'm Tim Stegenga. I'm a political scientist. I got my degree from the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. Very happy to be here in Florida.
I'm Blake Malore. I'm from California. Got my PhD in mathematics from University of California at Berkeley. And this is my very first job, so please be very kind.
Michael Harrowwood, Charlotte Catholic High School. I got my BA and my PhD from the University of California, Berkeley, and for the last 2 years I was teaching at the University of Wyoming.
Hi, my name is Laura Barrett. I'm a born and bred New Yorker. I received my degree from State University of New York at Stony Brook in English.
Mwagiwagi Leji, PhD in Economics, University of California, Riverside, originally from Kenya.
I'm Paul Kirchman. I'm originally from St. Petersburg, Florida, and I went to Eckerd College in St. Petersburg and got my PhD at Emory University in Atlanta.
My name's Stephanie Fitchett. I did my PhD at the University of Nebraska in Lincoln, and I come to you from Duke University. I work in math.
Hi, I'm Dan White. I'm also from St. Petersburg, Florida. Went to Lato High School in Tampa. Have you went there? I don't think so. Florida State University. I teach various things, philosophy, classics, cultural studies, and have fun. So, nice to meet you.
Kevin Lanning. I received both my bachelor's and PhD from UC Berkeley. That was some time ago. Since then, I've been teaching at Oregon State University and the University of New South Wales, and I'm thrilled to be here with you guys.
Hi, I'm Julie Earls. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia, and I got my PhD in psychology from Georgia Tech, and spent a few years teaching at Furman University, and I'm glad to be here.
Good evening. I'm Bill Green. I received my PhD from Virginia Tech in chemistry, and recently I've been teaching at Miami University in Ohio. It's great to be here.
Hi, I'm Jim Wetterer. I'm from Long Island, and let's see now. I got my PhD at the University of Washington, and I was teaching at Columbia University in Manhattan before we came down to Florida. Oh, and I teach ecology.
I'm Nancy Polson. I'm originally from Chicago. I got my PhD from the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. I'm a Latin Americanist, and I come to you most recently from the University of Georgia.
One of our faculty members is currently in Boston, Chris Ely, who has taught most recently at Harvard. Chris is our historian. That is the group of faculty. Since we have some staff who have been very, very helpful and supportive all the way through, I would like to introduce them. I think they're all back there. Would you please stand up and I'll introduce you. If I'm missing anybody else, I'll have them stand too. All right. Starting from the far back corner, Michael Sani, admissions. Sandy Ogden in our office, very helpful to the faculty. Thank you. Carrie Herzinger, admissions. Now you would do this to me, I've blanked. Come on. Roseanne Freud, who has been with it, there's no reason I should forget this, Director of Housing, and she has muscled through many, many tough issues. Roseanne, thank you. And Roseanne's new staff member, Director of Housing, Chris Schaefer. I'd like to thank our photographer this evening, Ed Maeda. Thank you. And then a point of personal privilege, my longtime helpmate, Victoria Mack. This concludes the official part. We're going to have one more round of music, and then the evening is yours. Thank you.
Kids, don't do drugs. She's got my boots on now, which are 6 sizes too big, you know?
Very proud of you. Your youngest and oldest all up. My youngest left the college.
They dance upstairs and a couple of them.
She never comes home. Never comes. 8 o'clock. That's correct. My oldest
Photograph.
So she came by when I came around. I'll try to get there. I'm committed to do one of these next week. I'm anxious about it because I'm not sure I can give anybody any.
Would you please thank our lovely trio, Maria Provost on flute, Christina Sanchez on oboe, and Dr. George Sparks on clarinet. Dr. Sparks is the director of bands. Good evening.